Hey guys, welcome back. It's Bill. The last video I just posted was me demoing the Starlink that I purchased to have as backup internet. Now it's been a couple days and I haven't had a lot of views, and that's fine, but I'm just posting this anyways. But what I did do is I went ahead and ordered, and that's what I'm going to show you in this box here, the hard case that Starlink offers for their Starlink satellite roaming Gen 2 dish. So I am going to go ahead and open this case up and try to demo as I do this by myself, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and see how well the actual Starlink kit I have here, which is really only three things: cables, router, and dish. And I'm going to protect it in the hard case. Now the reason I don't just use the box, which is here, that came with it, to store the equipment in, is because I spent a lot of money and I want to make sure that it's protected well, especially if I'm going to throw it in the back of a truck and go camping somewhere. I don't want it to just be in a soft cardboard box. So I bought it right off the Starlink website out here. I'm assuming it's going to work for my Gen 2. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get here. Now it doesn't weigh that much. The box is not that heavy. So I am going to get this open and we'll see how it goes here. All right. So you're looking at the backpack side of it. It's pretty heavy duty. Feels like it anyways. Where's my knife here? I don't anticipate this being a big video, but I watched several people. Let me put my camera down here for you guys. Hang on. I watched several people doing this, and I assume other people here would be curious, specifically maybe those out here in the Philippines that are looking at this product to protect their Starlink as well. All right. Now, if you look at the height here, it looks about 3 feet, maybe a little less, maybe 2.5 feet. I don't know the specs. But it is a rugged suitcase material. It does have a side handle here. It has a handle up here. Has some padding and backpack straps, which I will probably never use, and some zippers. So now, from my understanding, is the backpack side of it, let me open this up for you here, is the top of this case. So let's run it around. It has that new car smell, if anyone was curious. All right, so I am going to actually move this case, and I'm just going to put it right on the ground. Why not? Because I don't want it to fall off of the cardboard box. So opening it up, I get an instruction kit on how to set things in. It does have what I would say almost an inch padding on the top here. Some styrofoam type of material. The divider cloth, which I think functions as a scratch guard. It has 2 bags, and then a styrofoam insert. All right, so there's not a whole lot to it. So let me go ahead and unplug my cords here. Now, if I didn't show it out before, all these cords have these waterproof rings around them to protect them. So that's pretty cool. And they do fit in there snug. So let's see if I can separate these cords real quick. They give me 2 bags, a large bag and a small bag, so I'm just going to automatically assume that the cable for the power goes in the small bag, and that the dish line here, which I should be able to unplug as well from the dish, or can I? Now that's interesting. I don't think that I can actually unplug the cable that goes here. This particular generation I got, I don't think it allows for unplugging of that. I could be mistaken. Yeah, no, this cable, there you go. Okay, so let me show you how I did that. Let me pick it back up off the ground. So once I pull it out of the stand by pushing this button on the back, right here, it allows me to pull this thing up. And then this cable, if you can see, does indeed disconnect. It just slides right in here and disconnects. All right, so I'm gonna put the dish down here for a second. Let me go ahead and take this cable in its entirety. I know these videos are boring and they're not a whole lot to do about prepping. However, I guess I kind of want to stress that if you're going to have your preps, you want to take care of them. And that holds true for your backup ISP, which is my Starlink that I spent quite a bit of money on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, if you have bought this same dish from Philippine Starlink, what this case includes. All right, so that's that cable. And this small cable will go in the small bag. It's nice that they included the bags. I mean, they could have just said throw your cables here under the spot, and that's the end of it. All right. So my cables are now packaged in the bags that were provided. Awesome. The instructions are pretty generic. It says you put the router in first, hide your cables, drop the stand, set the divider, put your dish. So let's do just that. The router will only go in one spot, and that's here. Fits in there snugly. The cables fit here and here. There's my guess. All right. Then it says to go ahead and put the stand in. All right, so I got the stand here. It will sit in here upside down. Let's go ahead and push it down in there. Let me squeeze. All right, so it is fully inserted. It says flip this cloth over, done. Now it leaves this hole here, and this is the hole that the dish is supposed to go into. All right. Now, and I was curious about this. It doesn't go in there straight because this is already at an elevated position, and I don't want to force it to change positions. Now, it put itself in this position when it orientated with the sun, and the fact that it is sticking straight up does not allow it to fit in the case. And I don't want to force this because it's plastic. Last thing I want to do is break this. So that brings me to the question of how I get this to be the right shape. I'm gonna go research that, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so I'm back. A little quick internet search, and I realized you have to stow, and there's an option in the app tool, the device before you power it off to get it to be back into correct positioning. And unfortunately, you have to actually set it up and try to get Starlink connected. You have to connect to the Wi-Fi. And once you're back into Starlink working, there's an option, and you just slide the app over the stow. It instantly goes into this position. And now, I'll see you in 2 seconds. I'm gonna get caught back up where we are, and I'll show you where we're at. Stand by. All right, now I'm now back to where I left off, where I have everything stowed here as it should be. And now I'm gonna try to just get the dishy to go ahead and fit now that I have the correct settings. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this here. I'm gonna do this one-handed, and I'm going to slide that as it indicates. And look at that, it fits right in there. Now my dish is warm, and I think it's because it automatically, I would think that, yeah, it is a tight fit, by the way, guys. It really fits in there tight, but it does fit, okay? So, a couple things I've learned here is before you power it off, you definitely must stow it. Put it in stow position so it goes back to that position you saw that allowed me to store it in the case. And the other thing is I was in the menu and I saw that it was set for auto for heater for the snow. And that is why my dish is hot. I'm in the Philippines, trust me, I don't need it to be hot. I don't need it to be any extra hot. I don't need it to use any extra energy. So next time I turn this dish back on, I'm going to remind myself to set that setting to off. If you guys live in an area that has snow, then obviously that's a valid feature. Now, I would recommend a Starlink if by the 0.0001 per chance any of you guys are watching this, I should be able to do these settings just through the Wi-Fi without having to go out and set the dish out and have it connect. If I can connect to the Wi-Fi and it knows that there's no internet, the app should allow me, without having to actually go set it up and connecting, to make these two changes. If there's a way to do that without actually setting it up, scanning the sky and getting connected, let me know down below in the comments. All right guys, quick video. I just thought maybe others would be interested. If you're a prepper and you have preps, make sure you protect your preps. And until next time, all you guys be safe. Thank you.